They measure time in two parts, BC and AD, before Christ and Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. But for me, it's personal. BC wasn't just a time period, it was a prison period. A death sentence I was serving while I was still breathing. Before Christ, I was lost. Before Christ, I was broken. Before Christ, I was an outlaw with no law, no hope, no future. But then everything changed. This is my BC to AD story. BC, I was broke, chasing paper in the night. Had to work in my pocket, had the strap held tight. Living for the moment, cause tomorrow wasn't promised. Selling poison to my people while my soul stayed lawless. Running from the cops, running from my conscience, running from the pain with pills, weed, and bottles. BC, I was empty, filling voids with the wrong things. Thought the streets loved me, but they only brought me wrong dreams. Woke up in the cellar, woke up in the haze. Couldn't tell the difference between nights and days. Had money in my hand, but poverty in my spirit. Everyone was screaming, but nobody could hear it. Before Christ, I was dying while living. Taken from the world, but I had no worth. Giving an outlaw with no code, just survival and greed. BC was the darkness, and I was the seed. Before Christ, I was lost in the night. Ever deaf to my whole life. I'm walking in light. Was a bondage. AD is the freedom. Used to be an outlaw, now I got a reason. Couldn't see past the pain and the struggle. I'm an outlaw, prophecy burst in the bubble. From the grave to grace, from the pit to the palace. BC to AD, that's my testimony balance. As Anno Domini, the year of my Lord, put down the scale, picked up the sword of the spirit. Now I'm cutting through lies and deception. Jesus found me in the gutter, gave me new direction. After death, after I died to myself, put my pride on the shelf. Found true wealth, not the kind that you can count, not the kind that you can steal, but the kind that makes a broken man learn how to heal. Traded pills for prayers, traded hate for love, traded earthly kingdom for the one above. Eddie got purpose now, mission in my veins. Use it on my pain to break somebody else's chains. With the devil meant destruction, God intended good, turning all up from the trap house to the neighborhood. Prophet now, speaking life into dead situations. 80 after deliverance, preaching to the nations. Over Christ, I was lost in the night. After death to my whole life, I'm walking in light. Was the bondage. AD is the freedom. Used to be an outlaw, now I got a reason. Couldn't see past the pain and the struggle. I'm an outlaw, prophecy burst in the bubble. From the grave to grace, from the pit to the palace. BC to AD, that's my testimony balance. See, the cross didn't just split time and history, it split my life in half. Everything I was BC, before Christ died on that cross with him, and everything I became AD. Anno Domini was resurrected when he rose, the old outlaw buried the new outlaw prophecy. Born again, same passion, different purpose, same fire, different fuel, same intensity, different intention. That's the power of the cross. It doesn't just forgive your past, it transforms your future. ABC, what a transformation from damnation to salvation. Sin, death, resurrection, power. This the appointed hour. BC, I was running from the light. AD, I'm running to the fight. For souls that's trapped in BC time, showing them AD is divine. BC was my Egypt, AD is promised land. BC, I was sinking, I take a stand. BC was the question, AD is the answer. BC was the cancer, AD is the dancer. BC, before Christ, I was lost in the night. AD at the death to my whole life, I'm walking in light. BC was the bondage, AD is the freedom. Used to be an outlaw, now I got a reason. Couldn't see past the pain and the struggle. I'm an outlaw, prophecy burst in the bubble. From the grave, grace, from the pit to the palace. BC to AD, that's my testimony balance. If you listen to this and you're still living in BC time, if you're still trapped in before Christ, know that AD is waiting for you, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, not just mine, yours too. The same God that turned my BC into AD is the same God that could transform your timeline. The same Christ that died for my sins died for yours. The same power that resurrected him can resurrect your purpose. I used to be an outlaw living in BC darkness. Now I'm an outlaw prophecy living in AD light. The question is, what time are you living in?